Who here thinks it's a great idea to talk about the beautification of Long Beach?
Yeah.
And I picked Joey up, met him at the Long Island Railroad, Long Beach, and talk about an area that could use some cleaning up. It's the Long Island Railroad. But Ed, welcome to the show. And what's on the agenda this week as we move forward to the beautification of Long Beach?
Howie, thank you, and everyone listening to the radio, thank you for listening tonight. I want you to just close your eyes for a second. I know it's cold out there and they're thinking of snow, but I want you to try and think about the summer, and I have two ideas to share with you tonight regarding the summer and beautification. Last month I mentioned to you that we had a potential design for the West End beach entrances, and we wanted to try and show a design that was both very attractive and also quite functional.
Hold this up, right?
I'll show it up in just a few seconds, yes. Last Thursday, we actually had a meeting with the West End Neighbors Civic Association, and 40 people showed up to look at the designs that we had, including the city commissioner, which is pretty darn good that he came there and supported this effort. We showed two designs, both designed by West Enders. One by Larry Cirillo, who's actually a landscape architect that has his own landscape firm, and the other is Mike Coppola, who is a person pretty well tuned in to what the folks in the West End want. I wanted to show you both of those designs because they're really kind of special. And what's kind of important about the design is, well, you can't see it on the radio. We'll hopefully put it on Facebook. What you can in fact see on this, when you look at it, it has a wonderful nautical look. So look at the round piers that are there that give you a look of just like a wharf or even a dock by the bay. It's not only that, but we have some wonderful flowers, beautiful flowers with roses and other kinds of bushes, just complementing it. But this isn't something that's just only beautiful. We spoke with the folks about what would be very functional. So a couple of things came out of what the people really wanted, those people in attendance. First, they wanted 2 benches and a bike rack in the front of the area. And we're really trying to promote the use of bikes, and that's kind of important. The benches they wanted in the front, and the reason for that is they wanted to make sure we didn't have benches off to the side where people might accumulate during the evening and do some wrong things. So we got benches in the front, we've got the bike racks. But not only that, we added a whole bunch of other things, many of which are on the ocean side of the ramps. And that would include a couple of things that are important, such as a shower and a water fountain. And also, we wanted to do other things, including small things, such as even put hooks on the ramps that people can put their shopping carts and other things hanging from there. But not only that, we also had a couple of things that were sort of important on beautification, one of which is we spoke of the ugly ticket booths that we have there currently. And 2 important changes, one of which is that the ticket booths will be moved from the street side to the ocean side of the ramp. And secondly, that we have a couple of designs on how to make them really look better, not incurring unusual costs, but really looking a lot better. It will be a real upgrade from function and from look as well. We also had a couple of options that we spoke of with people, including what kind of signage to have. And as you know, the signage right now has some of those big words of no and very unattractive. We want to make things that are both giving the right message that it should be included in a sign, but make them beautiful as well. So I wanted to just show you the design.
This one?
Yep. And also the other one that with the piers, and just get your impression of them. You know, can you see things that are there? And really, we're going to be looking for some feedback from other folks as well. One of the things that's going to happen next with this is we've actually sent the information gathered from this the neighbors meeting, and we sent it to the Public Works Commissioner, Jim Lagaruba. And what's really important is Jim's going to look at it both from a function point of view, from a decoration, obviously from a cost, from resilience, from the point of view of maintenance, etc. And he's going to feed back to us. I think there's something very important here. We've established a process with the city's approval, with the city council's approval, that we can have community input directly into the city and have back and forth discussions. And that's really key here, to try and get something that's going to work and that the community will feel comfortable with, and yet meets the needs as seen from the city's perspective. The plan is, after we get the feedback from the commissioner, to go back to the community with one last attempt at trying to get feedback, and then to actually have this implemented in the spring. And that's quite critical that something's going to happen as early as that time. If I can, I'd also like to just go on a second topic, and it's a little bit different, but it's regarding beautification as well. And it's the concept of volunteers. As you know, last year we had some help from the Project Challenge, and 6 of the volunteers there actually did some cleanup of weeds and other things throughout the West End. Well, Project Challenge is actually committed this year to not only try and clean up and beautify the West End, but also the East End as well. And another thing, we also have a commitment made by the Chamber of Commerce, working with the West End Beautification Association on how they're going to also contribute to the beautification efforts, particularly in the downtown area. And very importantly, we're now getting some volunteer efforts from some of the students within the high school.
That's great.
I've actually sent a letter to the principal of the high school asking that the concept of volunteerism be promoted more. So we've got a lot of folks that are doing volunteer work. I think we can all agree that volunteerism is important. Fortunately, it's growing, and that's quite important. And that's going to help not only Long Beach, but also the people involved. I think you feel good when you do that.
Absolutely.
And it builds some character as well. So if I could, 2 good things happening. 1, the design plan for the West End beach entrances. 2, the improvement in beautification through volunteerism. And next month, if you can have me here, I'd like to expand on what happened with those 2 projects.
Absolutely.
And then also speak with you about a couple of other things that will help make Long Beach the beautiful city by the sea.
All right. Give it up for Ed Glister. Making Long Beach beautiful.